One of the main reasons that people are now looking at my books and what I'm saying in a vastly greater number than ever before is because so many of the things that I've written about over the years are now happening. I said in 1990 we can expect the power and frequency of hurricanes to increase after the millennium. A psychic message said there would be a severe hurricane around the Gulf of Mexico and New Orleans.
The bloodline hierarchy at the top of the human pyramid of control and suppression passes the baton across the generations, mostly sons following fathers.
I, George Herbert Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
I, George Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully...
The plan is to engineer events, real and staged, that will create enormous fear in the countdown years to 2012. This includes a plan to start a third world war, either by stimulating the Muslim world into a holy war against the West, or by using China to cause global conflict, maybe both.
The years after the millennium will see gathering conflict all over the world, to the point where the United Nations will be overwhelmed.
January the 20th, 2001. Don't be surprised if the United States finds itself in another manipulated war during this administration. You will see monsters being created in the public mind to justify such action.
Between 2000 and 2002, the United States will suffer a major attack on a large city.
People have perceived me as claiming to be some kind of prophet. Now, it depends how you perceive the word prophet. If you perceive it as someone sitting in a darkened room and getting it from the ether, then I'm not that kind of prophet, really. It's very clear that there are two stories running side by side in what we call daily life. There's what I call the movie. This is the version of events that the mainstream media and all the official authorities, the system, tell us is the nature of what's happening in the world. Alongside the movie is the secret agenda, which the movie hides and obscures. That agenda is for a global state which can be pretty much described in the nightmare of George Orwell's 1984. The Big Brother global state, in which there will be a world government, world central bank, world army imposing the will of the world government, world currency, and a microchip population linked to a global computer. In my books, a number of times, an American comedian called Bill Hicks, a genius in his way, very angry man, but a very brilliant man, a very profound man. And he described life in this way. He said, life's like a ride in an amusement park. And when you go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. The ride goes up and down, round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun for a while. Some have been on the ride for a long time, and they remember, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't be afraid ever.
God, this is just a ride, and we kill those people. Shut him up. We have a lot invested in this ride. Shut him up. Look at my furrows of worry. Look at my big bank account and my family. This has to be real. It's just a ride.
But we always kill those good guys who try to tell us that and let the demons run amok. But it doesn't matter, because it's just a ride. And we can change it anytime we want. In other words, it's just a reflection of our own attitudes. And to change, as Bill Hicks said, doesn't need big bank accounts. It just means
a choice right now between fear and love. The eyes of fear want you to put finger locks on your door, buy guns, close yourself off. The eyes of love instead see all of us as one. Here's what we can do to change the world right now to a better ride.
Take all that money we spend on weapons and defense each year and instead spend it feeding, clothing, and educating the poor of the world, which it would many times over, not one human being excluded, and we can explore space together, both inner and outer, forever in peace.
What they want to do is hold us where we've always been, in the eggshell. Hold us in this computer-level sense of reality we call the five senses, and disconnected from the infinite consciousness. They want to manipulate what is in our heads so that we see the world they want. The only truth is we are infinite consciousness. We are all that ever has. Only when we know who we are can we know freedom. Not free of the next Blair Bush introduced law, not free of, but free. The Illuminati Orwellian state is not the immovable object. It's there because we're holding it there. When we choose not to, it will crash.